Faith will never forget the one summer she found her first love. She thought they'd be together forever, only for her younger sister Casey to steal the man of her dreams. Faith and Casey have been estranged ever since. But at the request of their grandmother, Faith agrees to a family reunion. Both sisters will spend the summer at the beach where their feud began. Faith hasn't seen Casey in years, but she's spent too long holding on to the pain of her sister's betrayal. She's finally ready to forget, if not forgive, old hurts and enjoy the sunshine in what was once her favorite place in the world. What she's not ready for is her unexpected chemistry with Jake Buchanan. I don't know. With Jake B., the present-day owner of the beloved beach house, on the feelings he ignites in her. But to make this summer one to remember, Faith will need to learn to open her heart and rekindle the bond she and Casey once shared. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It is Zakia Anise and I am doing a reading vlog today. If you have not seen my last video, I went to the library and I got a library card. From there, we got like 7 books and I'm gonna actually get started on them. Please don't mind this band-aid on my finger. It looks so nasty, but I got a paper cut, so it's there. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna get started on the 7 books that I got, and we're gonna be starting with Summer by the Sea by Jenny Hale. There are 332 pages, and I actually want to see how long it's going to take me to get finished with this. I have not been reading as consistently as I used to, so I'm kind of worried that I'm a little bit slow now. Like, I'm not reading as fast as I used to, but that's okay. It's not really about how fast you get through it. So I'm going to try to time how long it takes me to get through this 300-page book. I don't think it's going to take me long at all, but we're gonna see. I have a reading journal. I honestly don't know where it went though, so I'm gonna find it. Until I do though, I'm gonna just be writing it on my computer or my iPad, and I think I'm gonna start doing like mini book reviews for myself. So I might not use that journal anyway, because like I said, I want to do actual book reviews to jot down how I feel about the book, what I liked, what I didn't like, because I'm always thinking back on books that I really enjoyed and I forget the names of them, to be honest. And I feel like just having a whole log of my thought process throughout the book, I feel like that'd be dope. So that's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, I'm comfy, I'm in bed, I have my bonnet on, I have a jacket on, I'm in the blankets and I'm getting ready to read. Bebe is actually right here next to me and he was just reading, so y'all know it's like the ultimate vibe. You're reading and then hubby is next to you reading. What? In what world? You're reading and he's reading right next to you. That's life. Faith will never forget the one summer she found her first love. She thought they'd be together forever, only for her younger sister Casey to steal the man of her dreams. Faith and Casey have been estranged ever since. But at the request of their grandmother, Faith agrees to a family reunion. Both sisters will spend the summer at the beach where their feud began. Faith hasn't seen Casey in years, but she's spent too long holding on to the pain of her sister's betrayal. She's finally ready to forget, if not forgive, old hurts and enjoy the sunshine in what was once her favorite place in the world. What she's not ready for is her unexpected chemistry with Jake Buchanan. I don't know. With Jake B., the present-day owner of the beloved beach house, on the feelings he ignites in her. But to make this summer one to remember, Faith will need to learn to open her heart and rekindle the bond she and Casey once shared. So let's get into it, you guys. Chapter 1 is done. And this is getting really interesting. I don't know, the writing style is a little bit weird to me, but like I said, it's getting really interesting. The story seems good so far. I'm about to get started with chapter 2, but basically it was an introduction to the main character, who is Faith, and it was a lot of talk of her sister Casey and what her sister has done to her. Well, it didn't exactly tell, obviously, yet. We're only in chapter 1, but clearly her sister hurt her very badly, and I don't know if it's like she's jealous or envious, but she's definitely upset with what her sister has done to her, and then also the fact that her sister is married with a family and all of that in a home, and Faith doesn't have that. So Faith is constantly thinking about that and feeling like she has to prove that she's happy. And like I said, so far it seems good. I'm excited to see what happens with this guy she just met also, so I'm gonna keep you guys updated. Really quick, I am on chapter 4. I'm on chapter 4. Okay, let's start off with the fact that one, it's in third person point of view, and I don't read many books where it's third person point of view, and I'm not sure I like it. It's throwing me off. It's giving me the icky, I don't know. I'm not really loving it, but the story itself does seem to be getting somewhere. It's like, if I had to describe how I feel reading this book right now, I'm not bored, but I'm also not super excited. I'm just here, I'm tolerating it, and I'm seeing where it goes. I guess it's not that bad of a book though if by chapter 4 I'm still reading, interested, and invested. So like I said, it's very interesting. I love where the story is going. It's just that I feel like this would have been like so intriguing if it was first person. I don't know, but there's that. The other thing is that I don't know, like, how they write these characters so strong, because if my sister did that to me, what her sister did to her in this book, there's no way I'm going to be sitting here trying to support you through your situation. I'm sorry. I just wouldn't be able to do it. Like, I'm trying not to give spoilers, but her sister betrayed her. I feel like it's obvious from the back though. Basically, it's on the back, so I can't say this part, but basically her sister Casey stole her man and married him, had kids, and acted like she was not in the wrong and like it wasn't that big of a deal. And years have went by, and they just, their bond just kind of, it was over at that point, because Faith, the main character, was like, how could you hurt me like that? Like, it got to a point where it's not about him, it's about the simple fact that you were that disloyal and you were perfectly fine with hurting me. And it's like, that makes sense though, your feelings are very valid. And so now they're on this vacation again, and Casey just has some nerve. And it's just like, I do feel like Casey is very selfish. And then on top of that, Faith met a guy. She just got to Outer Banks, and she kind of met this guy, they talked a little bit, but it wasn't nothing serious. But she's obviously interested in him. Like, we all know at that point when a character, a male character and a female character, they're brought together, there's some sort of interest. Whether it sprouts into something or not, I have no idea. But the vibe I'm getting is that I just keep feeling like, girl, Casey about to steal him. Casey about to steal him too. And it's like, the reason why I get that vibe is because she already complimented his appearance, and Casey doesn't know that Faith is interested in him a little bit, because Faith is like, it's too soon to even be talking about stuff like that, or to mention stuff like that, or to think like that, or admit that, when she's trying to deny that interest herself. So she's just like, she didn't bring it up, but Casey had made a comment about how perfect his hair was. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, girl. Anyway, so it's getting interesting. I'm just hoping she don't try to make no move on this new guy that Casey has a crush on. I mean, that Faith has a crush on. So yeah, like I said, the story is very interesting. It's going somewhere. It's like, how do I put it? It's slow, but it's not boring slow. It's like, take it all in slow. And had this been in first person, I would already be rating it so far a 10 out of 10. But yeah, I'm gonna keep reading. We're just currently getting to know her family. There's a lot of story building and character development going on. And again, I feel like there's never really a lot to say within the first 4 chapters, or the first 3 chapters, because I'm starting chapter 4. But yeah, let's keep going. Yeah, it's set. Chapter 4 definitely confirmed those suspicions that there's something going on between her and Jake. Like, that's his name. His name is Jake. I say Jake B because I don't, Jake Booker, it's Jake something. Oh, Buchanan, Bushanon. I don't know. We're gonna call him Jake B. It's definitely something going on with her and Jake B. But I just wish she would talk more. Like, I know, I get it. Like, I'm reading from her point of view, but it's like, say something, anything. But then maybe that's what he liked about her. And maybe he just likes that she's mysterious and he's wondering what she's thinking, or all of those things. But Casey still gives me weird vibes because she's talking to him too much. Meanwhile, Faith isn't talking much, but she's getting all the attention from him. So it's like, I don't know if there's actually competition there between Faith and Casey. Faith definitely is considering it and feels kind of like there is, but I don't know how Casey is viewing Jake right now. I don't know how Casey's looking at him, and it's just like, girl, watch yourself. Mess around and get beside yourself. I know. So, I'm about to start chapter 5. Okay. I stopped making a peanut butter jelly sandwich. I can have a snack. And I'm gonna eat some chips too. But I know that I'm into the book and that I'm into the story and that it's good because while I'm making my peanut butter jelly sandwich, all I can think about is the book and wanting to know what happens next or wanting to keep reading. So I am about to start chapter 6 and it's just super exciting where you could see the two characters bond growing and strengthening, and then now those insecurities are coming up and now those thoughts are coming up, and it's just like, what if this, or what if he doesn't like that, or what if he's comparing me to her? So that's where we're at, and I'm just like, I want to keep reading. I need to know how he feels. I need to know how she feels. I need to know, is all of her insecurities valid right now? Like, what's going on? So that's where we are. Snack break. And then I made some of these chips too. Shoddy. Yeah. And what I love most, like, probably about reading, aside from the actual stories and the emotions and the roller coaster that it takes you on, because I read for the roller coaster, the emotional roller coaster. Like, you ask me why I love reading, it's that emotional roller coaster. Like, I don't know what it is, but the intensity, the emotions, the feelings, everything that's going on, the events, like, all of it is super exciting and intriguing to me. But the thing I love most is the fact that it's literally like creating a whole movie in your head. Like, you'll take a break from reading because you have to do something, and you'll be like, what is that movie that I was watching? Like, I want to watch that movie again, or I want to finish watching that movie, and you're like, wait, that wasn't a movie, that was the book I was reading. Like, that's how it makes me feel, and I do that so often. Okay, let me get back to reading. Time to chat, because first off, this update right now, it might be a little bit of a spoiler, so if you haven't read it and you plan on reading it and you care that much and you don't want it to be spoiled, then you might want to skip a few seconds. I'll put the exact time frame on the screen so that you guys know exactly where to go. Okay, anyway, I just wanted to stop and give you guys an update and talk to you guys because it's getting pretty exciting. We're at the point where her and Jake are really getting somewhere. Like I said, I'm not going to spoil too much, but I have to give y'all some background so y'all know why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. Her and Jake are on their first date, basically. I feel like that was like a, I don't know, but they're on their first date, and I'm just like sitting here wondering if she's going to open up with him about what her sister did to her, because I don't know, I just feel like that would make him watch how he interacts with her sister, because we've already established that he's a very friendly person and he likes to make sure everyone is comfortable, and he's very caring and he's very gentle with her niece, her sister's daughter. And so he offered to take her sister Casey and Casey's daughter Isabel fishing, because Isabel wanted to go fishing because she couldn't go with her dad. So she asked Jake, and Jake was like, well, yeah, we can go. I'll talk to your mom about it. And so they're going fishing together. And at first that bothered Faith. Like, when Faith told Casey that she had a date with Jake, Casey made some weird comment. She made a comment about how Casey got a lighthouse and she got fishing, and she would prefer the lighthouse over fishing, and how she was going to go home and search up some of the best places in Outer Banks and suggest them to him. Girl, with the history we got, jokes like that are not okay. Jokes like that is not okay. Like, you literally stole my last man. Literally. And we haven't even fully talked about that or got over that. That's still an issue. And you think now is the time to joke about that? No. So I want to see if she's going to mention it to him. I'm on page 120 right now. And it's like, they're opening up about so much. And I think she almost opened up to him about it before when they first met, but it hasn't come up again. And it's like, I want it to come up again. I don't know why, but I feel like it needs to. So I'm going to let you guys know if it does. But so far, so good. So far, so good. Okay, I'm at the point now where I'm really trying not to cry. And I'm going to say I strongly dislike her sister now. We're at that point in the book where things are taking a turn. And it's messing with my emotions. And I'm getting so irritated right now. Oh my goodness, I can't do it. Oh my gosh. I just can't. Okay, anyway, I'm at a weird point in the story where it's like, as the character accept what is going on, you start to accept what's going on, and you're kind of just like, okay, where's this gonna go? Like, at this point, maybe y'all aren't meant to be together, and it's just not giving a good relationship vibe, you know? And it's just so many different things going on. I'm trying not to do too many spoilers, but come on, let's be realistic. We all know that every single good love story has its up and downs where the characters are together, they're not together, together, and they're not together, together, and not together. It just happens, okay? It happens. When it happens and why it happens and for how long it's happening is the thrilling part. But we're at the point where it's happening and it's just like, it's just weird. And even though she forgave Casey and she is moving forward with things with her, I still feel like Casey's weird. And to me, it's now just looking like she's more of a bratty type of character. But I don't know. She does still seem very selfish to me. But other than that, it's going really good. We are almost completely done with the book. So I'm going to finish this off tonight. And I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay guys, we have finally finished reading the book. So here is a review of the book, how I felt about it. I'm gonna do a few ratings. But other than that, let's jump right in because I'm super excited. It was a really good read. I absolutely loved the book. So here's a little sneak peek at the review it's gonna get. Yeah, let's jump right in. Faith decided to join her family on vacation to Outer Banks of North Carolina for her Non's 80th birthday. After keeping away from her family for a good couple of years due to her sister's betrayal. As much as she missed her family and more specifically her sister, she felt as though she couldn't bring herself to forgive her sister Casey for what she had done to her, for stealing her man. This trip exposed a lot of Faith's insecurities and forced her to confront the pain she had been trying to suppress for so many years. And it's safe to say that a lot of old wounds were opened. With that, Faith met someone new on this trip, in which after realizing that her sister wasn't the wall between them, they both had some learning to do if they wanted to try to make a relationship possible. Faith found value in family, risk, and life throughout the story. With that, I loved how the story developed. It's told through third-person point of view, which I did grow to enjoy. I know you guys heard me complain about that a lot. Honestly, the novel felt like that break you needed from action-packed fantasy novels where there's so much going on. There's so many more emotions. There's so many different things to worry about. You know, it's just like, it was that break in between, that perfect read that you need to kind of reset. This is simply sit by a lake or on the couch kind of read. This is simply a sit on the couch or by the lake kind of read in the most perfect way possible. And I think that my biggest issue with romance novels nowadays has grown to be that there's just too much lust, spice, or whatever you want to call it in almost every book now. And it got to the point where it felt like a good romance novel kind of just couldn't exist or wasn't preferred unless it had that spice and lust and that certain level of attraction. In so many romance books that I read, it was the only thing on the forefront of each character's minds 24/7. Every time they seen their crush, their dream person, whoever it was that they were crushing on, it's like their first thought was immediately lust and spice. I'm trying to keep it PG, so you get it. But with this book, it was actually pretty refreshing to not have ran into that. Obviously, certain things are mentioned, but maybe once, twice, 3 times, and it was never in detail. It's just, it was always mentioned briefly, and it was kept short, and it didn't occur as much. In general, though, the novel is a classic storyline that starts with pain, then forgiveness, growth, and realization. And then there's that ending that I'm not going to spoil, but there's that ending, you know? I guess you could say peaceful ending where, you know, things fall into place. They are how they're meant to be. And whether that's what you were expecting from the story or not, it's an ending that you can accept, you know? It's an ending that I think you guys can accept. I think that, I don't want to spoil you too much by talking about the ending, but let's just say that it came to an ending, a classic ending, and it works, okay? So for the overall rating of the book, as far as plot, I'm going to rate that at 8, 9, somewhere around there out of 10. As for spice, I would rate it a 1 out of 10 in the best way possible. The writing style, I would give a 6 out of 10. As for the pacing of the novel, I really did enjoy the pace of the novel. So as far as that, pacing wise, I would give it a 9 out of 10. Overall, that's like a good the book was a good 8 out of 10. So I would for sure recommend this to y'all and encourage you to give it a read. And please let me know what you think and how you feel about it. I would love to have those conversations with you guys. So I'm going to end this vlog here. I will see you guys in the next reading vlog. I really do hope you guys enjoyed this just as much as I enjoyed recording it. And I already edited honestly majority of the video, so I had a great time editing it as well, which is another reason why I hope you guys enjoy it. With that being said, again, I will see you guys in the next video. Anywho, like, subscribe, comment, turn on post notifications, and I will see you guys in the next video.